sometimes the only thing that a man or a guy will have to offer you is pain and penis. Now, the two together might not be so bad, but it's when they separate that's not so good. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, it is simply welcome to my channel, guys. I am Rochelle, and we are obviously doing something different today. So guys, we are actually getting ready to film the epic Tipsy Talk. So Tipsy Talk is a series where I talk and you guys get tipsy, but I'm gonna be getting tipsy with you guys because we have a bombshell partnership today, honey. So yes, guys, so we are partnering with Winc Wine. So before I tell you guys about this wine club, I would like to thank Winc Wine for partnering with me for today's video. So guys, Winc Wine is a wine club, and for the incredible rate of $29.95, you actually get 4 bottles of wine every single month. And not only do you get 4 bottles of wine for $29.95 a month, it also includes free shipping. Now guys, if you are not familiar with your wine profile or what suits your palate in terms of your wine preference, Winc Wine actually has a 6-question quiz, and then they pretty much match your wine profile up to the wines that you would like, and from there they make a few suggestions. So let's get into the choices that I made. So guys, one of the choices that I made was Summer Water. So this is the wine right here. Now, Summer Water is a rosé, so this was one of the wines that fit my wine palette. The next wine choice was Vinc's. Now guys, this is a sparkling wine. All right guys, and my next wine, so this is a third selection. My next selection was a Chateau Beaubois, and this is a rose wine. My last and final selection, guys, was the 2020 leap year. So tonight, we're actually gonna be trying the Summer Water. So this is going to be our co-star, our co-bombshell. So let me pour up a glass of this wine, and you guys will get to experience the first taste with me, and then we're gonna get into this super juicy tipsy video. All right, cheers guys. Absolutely delicious. I would like to thank Winc Wine for partnering with me in today's video. Guys, if you are interested in the monthly membership with Winc Wine, the link and everything will be below as I stated. And just to kind of quickly recap, it is $29.95 a month. Again, you get 4 bottles of wine a month. In addition to that, it includes free shipping. All right, girls, so I got the iPad, and we're about to get into some of these questions. So I don't know where I should start first. I don't know if I should start with kind of, you know, just some YouTube stuff, or if I should start with the dating questions. But let me take another sip of this wine, honey, and then I'll decide. I should have got some, maybe we should have just rolled the dice on which one which one to start with. Okay, so I guess what we can do is just kind of get into some of these and get into some of the YouTube stuff first. So let's see. So the first thing I want to say about this YouTube journey, guys, and I think I might have let me get comfortable. Hold on. I think I may have spoken on this before, but YouTube, as well as anything that you want to obtain in life, is you want to make sure that you already have a mindset of wealth or a mindset of success, because you are only going to be as wealthy as you see yourself being on any platform, or you're only going to be as successful as you see yourself being, and that's in any arena. I don't care what you choose to do. You already have to see it for yourself before it can happen, and you have to walk in that light and see yourself that way. So that's one of the YouTube tips, or one of the things that I wanted to let you guys know. Now, when it comes to YouTube, a lot, I remember in the past, people would be like, oh my gosh, you taking this too seriously, this should be fun. My response to that was always like, well, I'm doing it for fun. And whoever is doing it for fun, that's great. But there is a difference, guys. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When you look at people's content that's doing it for fun, now I'm not implying that their content is not as entertaining, but there's a difference. You can tell who's taking this seriously and who's just doing it for fun. For me, I'm doing it for fun. I'm doing it, for a lifestyle change. When I saw the type of money that you can have and how you could change your life, this YouTube journey and this platform, it can change your life. I completely started to take this seriously. And also, just to expound on that, guys, when I look at Roberto Blake is a huge, he's like a YouTube coach here, and I watch him often. I look at him, I look at Think Media, vidIQ. All of those guys say take this seriously. Roberto Blake even says in one of his videos, he's like, listen, if you're here just to have fun, or this is just a hobby for you, or you just want to create content, just so you can have memories and it's fun, he was like, that's cool. But I'm not looking to coach people like that. I'm looking to coach people that's doing it for the money or for success. I'm gonna say this, coming into this YouTube journey, take it seriously. Take it seriously. Because I think I came in taking it seriously, and there was a lot of people that was like, girl, you way too intense. But look at where it got me. You know what I'm saying? So do it, take it seriously. And then at some point, again, I know that sounds a little contradictory when I say don't do it for the money, but just come into it having a mind of success. Do it for funds and not for fun. But if the funds afford you fun, then just have fun with it. So yeah, so that was one of the things I wanted to say, guys. And this is to my bombshells out there that you guys don't like confrontation. You don't like, you want things to be easy selling all the time. I'm gonna let you know now, with this YouTube journey, you are going to have to run towards the sound of chaos. You're gonna have to, unfortunately, address things that you don't necessarily want to address. Sometimes they'll be uncomfortable, but if you want to get to the next level, unfortunately, you won't be able to go through life as an avoidant or with an avoidant personality. I have an avoidant, avoidant personality style, avoidant attachment style. And because I do, I am being forced to have to confront and face situations that I don't want to. But what I'm noticing is every single time I run towards the sound of chaos, I do something that's uncomfortable, I have that uncomfortable situation, I walk away from something I don't want to walk away from, I always go to the next level.
Listen to me very closely. Y'all running from obstacles when in fact it's the obstacle that's going to take you to the next level. Like y'all running from pain, y'all running from challenges. You telling me how difficult your life is. Do you understand it is the difficulty that's going to prepare you and take you to that next level?
So if you want to get comfortable, get uncomfortable and get ready to run towards the sound of chaos. And so that's another point that I want to let you guys know. Okay, and this is important. Listen to me. Guys, what I've noticed, and this is kind of piggybacking off of when I was telling you guys to take this seriously. Listen to me when I say this. The talent, the tenacity, the hard work, the effort that you put into your content, you are going to be scrutinized and criticized from people who don't have your same drive, okay? Those people are going to criticize you, scrutinize you, tell you that you're taking it too seriously. They're going to tell you to relax. But what I also want to tell you is that those same people are going to want to benefit off of your talent, your drive, your tenacity, your discipline, as well as the sacrifices that you are making to build a brand and build a platform for yourself. Do not allow them to.
Take your seed, take your gift, Get away from these people that's in your life that ain't doing nothing. Get away from people in your life that's hating.
Don't let anybody that's constantly criticizing you for your hard work, don't let them build off of you. Don't let them expound and don't let them thrive off of what you put into place. Because what's going to happen is when you get to the next level, that same scrutiny is going to be there. The minute that they're not able to take advantage or benefit from what you're doing, then it's going to be a problem. So the minute you see someone scrutinizing you and criticizing you, and every time you post a video, instead of them saying something positive, they would, ooh, girl, what if this would happen? What if that would happen? Guys, it's going to be very difficult to have naysayers around you and very negative people around you, especially if they don't have your drive and if they don't have your tenacity. Those friendships they're going to naturally fall off anyway. So honestly, girl, you're not going to have to do nothing because more than likely, those kind of people fall off anyway. Another thing that I want to tell you guys is be selfish on your journey.
Learn to be selfish with your own growth process. This is your journey, and it is not your responsibility to create a path for anyone else. It's our own responsibility to create our own paths.
To all the empaths out there watching this video, come closer. Listen to me. Listen to the words coming out of my mouth. Guys, you are going to have to practice being selfish. The same energy that you are putting into everybody else and pouring into everybody else's cup, you need to take all of that energy and you need to bottle all of that energy up and you need to put it into yourself. Okay? I would encourage you guys to do that for exactly 1 year. You do that for 1 year and I guarantee you your life is going to change. Life will not be the same, but you have to be selfish. And sometimes in your life, if you want to get to somewhere, you're going to have to be selfish. You're going to have to pull back. You're going to stop. You cannot be afraid to tell people no. You know what I'm saying? And so I can honestly say that I've been selfish on this journey because if I wouldn't be as far as I am. I absolutely have had to be selfish and it's paid off. So, but guys, I am learning to, not be so quick to say yes, because that's the thing about me in this journey. Like, you cannot be so quick to say yes to everything, and so I'm actually learning that to process things, look at them, see if there's going to be any benefit in doing it. I don't always do things for money, but sometimes my time is more valuable than money. Let's talk about this. We're going to talk about Rochelle Chanel. We're going to talk about Rochelle the bombshell, and we're going to talk about Rochelle before the whole YouTube thing, guys. And also the girl that you're going to meet if you ever meet me. So before I started my YouTube journey, I was an introvert. I've always been very talkative, but I've been extremely selective on who I talk to. But I was an introvert, so I would go about my life. If I was working, I would go to work, I would go to the store, go hiking, go home, just kind of always be to myself. But this YouTube journey has thrusted me, out of my introverted shell. And sometimes it's really, really uncomfortable. It is really uncomfortable because it's like you see people, people will come up to you and they be like, hey, and you be like, hey, and you be like, where you know me from? And they be like, YouTube. And it's like, it's still really, really weird that people actually watch you and then you see them out or whatever. And so I'm still getting used to that. And so that's the introverted Rochelle. And then we have Rochelle Chanel. Rochelle Chanel is, of course, the fun, funny person or whatever, on camera, doing all the fun stuff, basically who you see before you. And then, of course, there is just Rochelle. But the thing is, I'm multifaceted. But more importantly, like when people, meet me or whatever, I don't know if they're like shocked if they're shocked or, you know, that I'm actually the same on camera as I am off camera. But basically what you see is what you get. So if you see me on camera and I'm driving and I'm in the car and I'm like, man, if you don't get your dumb ass, you know, that's what I do in real life. It doesn't change. So if I'm going off on people while I'm driving and it's on camera, it's the same thing when the camera is off. But I think sometimes when people, you know, end up meeting me in person, they are pretty much shocked. It's like, you know, I don't know if they're expecting this person to, like, off camera, like, if I should be like, hey, how are you? I'm fine. I'm just not like that. That's just not, I'm very endearing and I'm a very kind and sweet person. But, you know, I have, you know, my personality is 10 feet tall. And, you know, I'm a retired corporate thug, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nerd, baby. But I'm a thug, baby.
Baby, cause I'm a thug.
And that's just what you get. What you see is what you get. So, to anyone who ever meets me, it's probably what you gonna get. You know, you probably gonna get just this fun, cool, goofy person. Or, you know, it just kind of depends on what's going on with me. But for the most part, what you see is what you get. And I just kind of wanted to put that out there because I think I probably had some experiences where people be like, you know, they be shocked like, oh, she's really, really sweet, you know. But I probably had some situations where people like, man, she rough. You know, she a little rough around the edges. But you know what? Believe both, because I'm both. I'm super sweet, but I got some little edges that I could use some sandpaper on. Shit, girl, I ain't perfect. And that's okay, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. All right, let's get into what I would consider one of the highest forms of flattery. One of the highest forms of flattery on this YouTube journey. All right, let me just say this. One of the highest forms of flattery that you can give to your favorite creator, influencer, YouTuber, or all of the above, when they give you helpful information, whether it be makeup tips, YouTube tips, whatever. The highest form of flattery, guys, is retaining and applying the information. So, you know, we love to see that. We love when we give you guys tips and you apply those, you retain the information and you apply the information. You know, I've definitely had situations where I've given out information and then people will come back and they will ask for it again, which I will give it to them again, but I'll redirect them to the video wherever the information was initially provided. So I'll do that, just, you know, so they can have an actual solid point of reference, and then I won't have to go through, because it's, y'all, it'd be hard typing out all of these notes all the time, and you won't have to go to step by step trying to you know, tell them all of the details. It's just easier for me to redirect you back to whenever I initially provided the information. But yeah, guys, so with that being said, I would like to thank the bombshells, because y'all smart. Like, I can honestly say I've not really had situations where I make a video, give you information, and then y'all come back and be like, how you do this? So you guys are very good at retaining and applying the information, and I appreciate that. But yes, guys, that is the highest form of flattery. So I'm gonna tell you guys a quick little story time, okay? And this story reminds me of myself. So guys, I used to work in one of the more elite neighborhoods in Houston, and that neighborhood was called Town and Country. Town and Country is located in the zip code of 77024. 77024 is either one of the wealthiest zip codes either in Texas or America. I apologize, I can't remember which one. But it is an extremely wealthy neighborhood. When you drive through that thing, baby, it smells like money.
When I walk by, even smell like money.
Guys, there used to be this bank in that neighborhood, and it was called Wallace Street Bank. Guys, Wallace Street Bank was in this really ran down building. It looked old, it looked beat up, it looked dilapidated. And while Wallace Street was in this little ran down building, girl, the neighborhood was just evolving. And then you had ran down whole little dilapidated Wallace Bank. And guys, by the way, there were still people employed. That bank was still up and running. And I used to drive by that bank, and I used to be like, man, they need to tear this down. I would just always, pass by, and it just felt like every single time I passed by, it was a new building. Long story short, the Wallace Bank building got torn down. I don't know if someone bought it out or whatever, but anyway, girl. So one day, I was driving I think I was driving home from the airport, and girl, I look up. I look over to my left. I looked over to the left. And I ain't gonna lie, baby, I couldn't help myself. Girl, I looked over to the left, and when I did, guess who was there? Wallace Street Bank. Wallace Street Bank shitting on everybody. Y'all, Wallace Street Bank came up. They came up. Girl, they went and bought one of the biggest, tallest buildings on that particular part of the Beltway. And now Wallace Street Bank literally can overlook the city of Houston. Literally, at least that part of the Beltway. So again, guys, just think, Wallace Bank was a one-story building. Everybody was looking down on that bank. And when I say looking down, I mean literally and figuratively speaking. Literally. And now Wallace, the bank that everybody looked down on and was like, man, they need to, whatever. Now they're one of the biggest buildings. Anyway, let me drive my point home. My point is, I am Wallace Street Bank. I really feel like this story is about me. The reason why I compare myself to that story I just told you guys, a lot of times people counted me out. A lot of times I was the underdog. But now I don't feel, to me now, you can't count me out. I feel like I've evolved just as Wallace Street Bank was, but more importantly, the whole time people were driving by that bank and judging the bank and judging the building, that company was planning a huge overtaking. That company was planning something great, but they went on to do great things, but people counted them out simply by the look of what it looked like. So you can't always judge a situation about how it looks, because the whole time, guys, before my apartment burned down, I had the money to live in a very nice luxury apartment, but I was not going to spend my money that way. I wanted to save, because I knew eventually I did want to move. And now look, I'm not happy with the circumstances of what caused me to have to move, but the bottom line is I'm here. And so I say all of that to say, guys, don't let nobody count you out, but also don't let nobody get you off of your pedestal before you're ready to get off of. So if people keep driving by you and looking at you and feeling, and you feeling like they're counting you out, let them count you out, because behind the scenes you're building for something so much greater than people can see. And that is the moral of the story. So the next thing I want to talk about is, it's kind of like a funny story time. So guys, this is the story of how I met Gina and how I met Peyton. So guys, I had been watching, so we'll start with Peyton first. So guys, I have been watching Peyton for years on YouTube. I was watching Peyton when everybody was saying, Peyton, she's a Rihanna lookalike. Is that the girl that looks like Rihanna? And so I was watching Peyton when she was doing hair. She was doing those Hollywood curls. She was doing makeup. She would do some try-on hauls, and she would also do just occasionally, sometimes she would just sit down and have a talk video and have a couple of story times and stuff like that. And I absolutely loved her channel because I thought that she was so clever, always very clever. She was so smart and she was just so sassy, and I loved her accent. I loved her accent. And so I had been watching her for years. And so then she started blogging. And when she started blogging, I remember her saying like she was gonna go back to work. Y'all, I used to be in them comments like, please don't go back to work. Just be a blogger. Please don't get a job. Just stay here and entertain. And so, I would always talk to her in her comments, and then I started kind of communicating with her on Instagram, and then so yeah, that's kind of how I started. I have always loved her so much, even before we met. So I ended up meeting her at the Houston meet and greet. And guys, she is such a kind and gentle spirit. I mean, I was literally the last one to come to the meet and greet. Girl, I came sashaying through there or whatever. And so Peyton is the first person I saw, and she was just so beautiful. So like her spirit and everything was so beautiful. And so we ended up talking and stuff or whatever at the meet and greet. And she ended up, filming me and stuff like that. And she invited me out to lunch after the meet and greet. So it was me, her, Peyton, Gina, Kirsten, Alexis, Portia, Nicole, and it was other influences there as well. And so yeah, it was really fun. And so we would always just kind of talk back and forth in the comment section. And then of course on Instagram. And then one day she reached out to me, guys, and y'all listen to this because this is a very important part of the story. Peyton literally reached out to me one day, and we had a very long conversation, and she talked to me about my name because at the time my YouTube name was Addicted to Rock, which was kind of short for Addicted to Rochelle. She was like, change your name, you really need to consider changing your name. And I did. So we kind of brainstormed, and that's how we came up with Rochelle Chanel. I think I told the story already or whatever. Literally, guys, the next day, after I changed my name, the next day, I got emails from 5 companies. I changed my name on a Sunday night. Guys, that Monday morning, I had 5 emails from 5 companies that wanted to work with me. The only company that was truly honest about why they hesitated working with me was Rose Forever. They were really honest, and they told me that they had been wanting to work with me since January of this year, January 2020, but because of my name, they just did not feel comfortable working with me or whatever. They were the only company that was really, really honest. Nobody else told the truth. But that was one of the reasons why Peyton encouraged me to change my name, because of the salaciousness associated with the word addiction. So yeah, and so from there we started to build a friendship. And then she basically reached out to me after the fire, right after the fire. And then we just kind of, stay connected. And she, of course, helped me with my platform behind the scenes, giving me so many helpful tips, and just always being such a giving and kind soul. So that's how Peyton and I actually met face to face. And then Gina and I met at the meet and greet. I met Gina at the meet and greet. And she was like, well, let me check out your channel. So at the time, guys, I had only had 3 videos. And she was like, I see you, you fly. Oh, okay, you fly. So she was like, okay, so all you do is try on house. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, but in the nicest, sweetest way, she was like, kind of nudging me a little bit to pivot away from try on hauls. She kind of nudged me a little bit, but she didn't completely be like, don't nobody watch those no more. But she kind of nudged a little bit. And so I'm trying to think how we would stay in touch, because I would always be, anytime Gina and Peyton would drop a video, I would always be the first one on their videos, like, hey, I'm ready for the video. And guys, I've never missed a vlog from either one of them. Never missed a vlog from Peyton. Never missed a vlog from Gina. And so what had happened, this is what happened. So one day, Gina actually mentioned me in one of her YouTube videos. When she mentioned me in one of her YouTube videos, my subscriber count went crazy. Guys, it went completely crazy. And so I was so grateful, because I hadn't seen that type of growth. And so, girl, I went from having like 200 subscribers to like over 500 subscribers. So I slid in her DMs on Instagram, and I was like, we going to dinner, and I'm not taking no for an answer. So she gave me her number or whatever, and I was like, bet. So she gave me her number, and then I think I ended up texting her. And then, I don't know, some kind of way, I think she might have gotten busy. I got busy, and then she reached out to me. We texted each other back and forth, and she was like, oh no, guys, I would just text her my progress. Occasionally I would just be like, girl, I got 400 subscribers. I got this, I got that, or whatever. And so she would just kind of be like, okay, well, you know, you need X amount of hours and you need X amount of subscribers to get monetized. And I would be like, okay. And so she was like, you got some work to do. And so I was like, yeah. So I just kept working and working and working and working hard. And one day I remember it like it was no tomorrow, guys. I looked at my analytics and I had like 3,100 subscribers. I'm sorry, 3,100 watch hours, because guys, you need 4,000 watch hours on YouTube and 1,000 subscribers to become monetized. So I reached out to her and I was like, girl, I got 3,100 watch hours. And she was like, good job or whatever. And so she was like, we need to go to dinner. And I was like, oh my God. And so when she said we need to go to dinner, I was like, I started running around the house like a chicken with his head cut off. Long story short, I called Wells Fargo and I was like, yo, I have a very important business dinner. I have a very important business dinner this Sunday. Do not fucking embarrass me. Do not fucking embarrass me. Because y'all, Wells Fargo knows that I don't spend a lot of money. And I was letting them know, if you see a larger charge than what you normally see, do not decline my card. I was like, my whole career is riding on this. This is a business dinner. Do not fucking embarrass me. So anyway, girl, so we got to dinner or whatever. And I forgot, we went to Juliet's or somewhere. And so, girl, I was so nervous, but I played it off or whatever. And so, guys, she was so gracious and so kind. She literally sat at the dinner table and showed me how to do thumbnails and all kinds of stuff. Girl, after I learned how to do thumbnails, the views just start to go crazy or whatever. And so it was that video that Gina and I did together when we vlogged the dinner that pushed me over to the next level in terms of getting monetized. So that is how I met Gina, and that's how I met Peyton. And guys, we have remained great, you know, we remained good friends after, you know, afterwards or whatever. And so I just love them so much, guys. I don't even know if I have one video. I don't even know if I have one video without mentioning them, because I think it's just my way of just being so grateful to them. Like, I just love them. So I'm about to take this time so to give a special thing. So Peyton, if you watch this video, girl, I love you so much. I appreciate you for everything. And for always, you know, you're just a phone call away. And anytime I call you or text you, you always answer. And I just appreciate you so much. And thank you for helping me build my platform. Thank you for the knowledge and the things that you've helped me with behind the scenes. Thank you for helping me rebuild after the fire, and just for being an overall great person. And Gina, thank you so much for helping me along my journey. Thank you for, you know, inviting me out, and you know, just all of the things that you've done to help me build my platform. I appreciate you so much. I just want to say thank you, Gina, for always thinking of me and inviting me out, and, you know, just helping me along my journey. I love you guys so much. Guys, you want to be around people who want the best for you.
People don't always like you, and they're not always happy for you. And if you surround yourself with people who are not accustomed to your success, they become fearful, they become scared, because you are reflecting back something to them that they don't recognize. Now, they're not going to say, you know, I'm very fearful, because you're reflecting back to me something I don't recognize. They're going to say, you know what they're going to say? They're going to say, who she thinks she is. Who she thinks she is. That only happens when you are around people who do not mean and want and aspire to the best for you.
Guys, just try to align yourself with people who have your same, as I was saying earlier, your work ethic, your tenacity, and your drive. Because either you're going to attract people who don't have that same tenacity and drive, and they're going to try to siphon your energy, or either you're going to attract people who don't have it, and they're going they'll be able to get it from you, and you guys will be able to kind of go up together. Guys, listen to me. On YouTube, you gonna have to be the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. You're gonna have to be everything. You're gonna have to be PR. You're the model. You're the influencer. You're gonna be your own personal trainer. You're gonna be the alarm clock, the maid. You're gonna be the cook. You are going to be everything. You are gonna wear many, many hats on this journey. Hello, I'm Rochelle, and I'm the attorney. Hello, I'm Rochelle, and I'm the editor. Hi, I'm Rochelle, and I am the fashion icon and the style maven. Hi, I'm Rochelle, and I'm the maid, and I'm the one who have to clean all this bullshit up. Let's get into some juicy stuff, honey. All right, so we're about to get into dating. And I am going to start this segment off talking to the baby bombshells, to my sweet little baby bombshells. Guys, baby bombshells, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to the head bombshell in charge. Guys, please, if you guys are out doing this, please stop going on dates with guys that you are not interested in. Please stop doing that, guys. If you know that you don't have an interest in going any further with the guy, you're not interested in them, and you're just going out because you're bored or you want some dinner or whatever, guys, please don't do that. I know that in one of my previous videos, I was saying, if you meet a guy and he wants to do something nice for you, as long as you are clear with your intent, let him do nice things with you. I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel that way anymore. And the reason why I pivoted is because there is so much, like so many bad reports of girls going missing, girls being hurt, and worse, just really bad things happening to girls that were kind of out with guys that they just went on a date with or met on a dating app, and then it's just the stories are so sad. Or you hear about stories about a guy getting rejected and then the guy gets super aggressive and tries to harm the girl, and just stuff like that. And so guys, please be careful. I know I know how it is out here, and how guys will be, how they get so aggressive, or how not so aggressive, but how they approach you. And so, and just try to be kind when, be firm, but be kind when letting a guy know that you're not interested. Try to just be diplomatic. Like with me, when I let a guy know I'm not interested, I don't say that I have a boyfriend. I'm just honest, and I'm just like, I just don't have the time to date right now. I don't have the time. I'm super busy, and I wouldn't want to cheat you. But for me, guys, I get approached by guys that are so much younger. I think the oldest guy that's approached me this year has been 38 years old. Guys, 38 years old, which for me, I don't really want to date a 38-year-old. So I just try to be very nice when I meet guys, in terms of just like, well, no, I'm just so busy, I'm overwhelmed. And a lot of times, if I don't say that, I'll just say, I'm gonna be honest, like, you're just way too young. You're just way too young. Because guys, I tried my hand at dating younger guys. It's just never worked. And so I would prefer if younger, not that much younger, like preferably maybe a guy in his early 40s. That's probably as young as I would want to go. But yeah, girl. So guys, please don't be out here, if you know you're not interested in a dude, accepting gifts and stuff from him and leading him on. Don't do that. Just, just work a little harder to maybe afford those things for yourself. Because I can guarantee you, when you go out to a luxury dinner or a nice dinner, when you provide that stuff for yourself, it's so much better than when you sitting across the table from somebody that look like an alligator. You heard me? You heard me? You heard me, baby? So it's so much better than just going out with a dude just so you can get some free food. So girl, if you just have to work a couple little hours at work, or you know, take an extra little shift a week just so you can have those extra little luxury things and date yourself, do that. But guys, please don't do that. And then another reason why I'm encouraging you guys not to do it, because of karma.
I ain't got to ever worry about getting nobody back for some shit they done did to you. Cause quiet as it's kept, everybody working get paid. Let me break that down so you understand what I mean. Everybody working getting paid. See, some of you motherfuckers don't even know that you're working, but payday comes after a while, bitch. You being messy, you're working. You gossiping about people, you're working. You stealing, lying, cheating, or just all around doing some fuck shit, you're working. And payday is on its motherfucking way. Ha ha! Let me tell you something, you working motherfuckers. Some of you bitches got overtime in that bitch too. Woo, that payout gonna be good. So when you get your check, bitch, don't complain. You worked for it. That's why you better put that good work in so you can get a good check.
You know, karma comes back with a resounding echo. And if you're out here and you're dating guys that you don't like and you're not interested in, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. And so, you know, that's all I have to say about that. The next thing that I want to tell you guys is don't question your worth. And this is something that I've struggled with in the past. So guys, in the past, when it came to dating and stuff, I would question my worth because I would just be like, well, if I was whatever X, Y, and Z, then why is he not doing whatever? What I have to understand is, like, sometimes when people try to treat you like you're not enough, is because they're projecting onto you because they don't feel that they're enough. Or sometimes when people aren't giving to you in a capacity, it's just because that's as high as they can vibrate and that's where they can meet you. They just don't have it to give. They just don't have it in them to be able to give to you, you know, the way that you deserve. And when you see that, unfortunately, guys, sometimes people just don't change. But if you've expressed what you've needed from someone and they still have not changed, or they still can't provide it to you, you have to move forward. But no matter what you do, don't think it's you. Don't question your worth. Never question your worth. Oh, let's talk about this. And this can apply to dating. This can apply to weight loss. This can apply to your career, any arena of life. So guys, there are two types of pain. You got the pain of sacrifice and you got the pain of regret. The one pain you do not want to know is the pain of regret. So if you have to avoid the pain of regret, just dig deep down inside and lean on sacrifice. It is painful as hell making sacrifices, but anytime you make a sacrifice, it always pays off. The pain of regret never goes away. And so I try not to live life having regrets. And so I always try to weigh out a situation like, am I gonna regret this? And if I feel that I'm gonna regret something, I'll make certain sacrifices so I won't have to deal with that regret. So guys, there's always gonna be two types of pain. Listen to me. If you're gonna choose that pain, the one pain that I would encourage that you always choose is a sacrifice. Yes, the pain of sacrifice is gonna take a little bit longer. Yeah, you might take some lumps. Yeah, you might fall a couple of times, but I assure you it always pays off. Regret is where you're gonna sit back. A lot of times when you regret things is because, damn, I wish I would have did this. Damn, I wish I would have did that. You know, and I'll just tell you guys a quick story time. So guys, when I first lost my weight, so I lost, in 2013, I had weight loss surgery. I think it took about a year or so for me to lose weight. So one day I was getting ready to go meet my manager at a restaurant. But before I met him at the restaurant, or either I think he was coming to, he was gonna come meet me at Del Frisco's, and then we were gonna walk over to the next restaurant. it was this guy in Del Frisco's, and he was, I don't know if he was a manager for Gucci, a stylist for Gucci, but guys, this guy came up to me. He had a business card and he introduced himself. He was like, I'm such and such and I work for Gucci. And guys, he asked me to be in what's called a trunk show. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a trunk show, but a trunk show is kind of like an exclusive fashion show where it is very private. And so they would need models for these trunk shows. And so as a model, you're modeling dresses for people like socialites, Houston elite, you know, celebrities in the Houston area are celebrities who fly in town. And so instead of them coming in and trying the gowns on, you try the gown on. And so he gave me his business card, and he was like, I would, you know, basically invited me out to be one of the models in the trunk show. Y'all, I did not take that opportunity. Oh, girl, why am I getting ready to cry? So I didn't take the opportunity to do it, to walk in the Gucci trunk show, and I regret it to this day. I think at the time I didn't walk in that show because I was like, oh my gosh, you know, like, what if I get there and my body isn't what he thinks it is? Like, what if my body is not as nice as he thinks it is? Like, I completely questioned myself. Like, you know, what if I'm not as pretty as what he thought I was? I just started to question myself, and I didn't do the show. And I will be very, 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 very honest. That is my biggest regret to date. So I don't really go around regretting much, but I just regret like not walking in that show. And so I would love to have that opportunity again, but you know. So yeah, girl, so that is the pain of regret versus the pain of sacrifice. So I regret not taking that opportunity. So yeah, let's move on. All right, so I regret that. So don't go through life with the pain of regret. And so if you know that you're dating someone who is not right for you, and you're just with them because you don't want to be alone and you don't want to be single, make the sacrifice to be alone and to be single, and take that time to work on yourself, so then you won't come back and have the pain of regretting spending years with this person that you don't want to be with. So I just wanted to put a different spin on it, because I know we got into like the Gucci trunk show, but I also wanted to put a spin on it and how it can impact you again in opportunities as well as in love, because you know, you just don't want to spend time, you know, with someone and end up regretting it when it's all said and done. Girl, damn Gucci show got me over here. The Gucci trunk show got me over here emotional. But anyway, okay, it's about to get spicy, girl. Let me get some wine. This is about to get spicy. So bombshells, listen to me. Baby bombshells, listen to me. Sometimes the only thing that a man or a guy will have to offer you is pain and penis. Now the two together might not be so bad, but it's when they separate that's not so good, because sometimes that's all they have to offer. Pain, and pain because they can't give you what you want. They're not always honest. You know, they lie. They don't show up. They're not consistent. You know, they can't, you know, there is just not a stand-up guy. And so that's the pain. And then the penis. You don't want that. You don't want a man that the only thing that he has to offer is penis. Guys, If you meet a guy and that's all he seems to talk about, if he tries to always redirect the conversation into something sexual, just throw him away. Just throw him away. Because ultimately, a lot of times I've noticed that guys, that's all they talk about because that's all they have to offer.
Man, like, we know which women to approach according to where we at in life and like expect a realistic shot. Right? So if I'm dead broke and I'm trying to shoot at the VP of a, Fortune 500 company, in my head, I'm like, all right, this ain't gonna go. Cause it's
not in your league,
right,
baby.
It's just honest.
And what can I offer you?
Exactly.
That's exactly what'll go through my head.
Dick.
Still not. Hey, what can I offer you besides dick? I take sex all the way out the picture.
Right.
If I see a woman that I know is on her shit and everything, I think to myself, what can I offer her before I go and shoot my shot? If I can't offer her to expand her life or elevate her any type of way, that just, I'm not even about to try that.
That's it. They don't have anything else to offer. So they lean on that, the power of the penis. And you don't want to fall into that because one thing's for certain and two is for sure. Baby, the worst thing you can do is mess with a broke dude. Because a broke dude, the only thing that they have as currency is that thing. You know what I'm saying? And baby, they'll put it on you and you'll be sprung, girl. I've known people to be out here co-signing, buying chains, rims, cars, motorcycles, helping with child support, buying Infamil, buying diapers, just all kinds of stupid shit because they are sprung. And so you don't want to get with a man like that. You want to get with someone who has far more to offer. And you'll know, anytime you talk to a dude, it don't matter what you talking about. You can be like, what you doing? And you can tell him you washing. In some kind of way, he's turned that conversation into something more sexual. Then you know that that's all he's looking for. And more than likely, that's all he has to offer. Stay away from guys like that. All right, so this is another talking point that I want to expound on. Guys, I really think like sometimes, we go out looking for love outside of ourselves, which is never a good thing. But I would have to say my advice is to take the time to heal and to love yourself and treat yourself the way that you would want your mate to treat you. Travel, enjoy life, chase your career, chase your dreams. Buy that beautiful bottle of perfume, buy you a nice bag, send yourself flowers, drink the finest wines, eat at the finest restaurants, because I can assure you that when you meet the person that you want to meet, you're already going to know love because of the love that you have for yourself. You don't want love to be so foreign. And you don't want to be so far disconnected from love until when it does show up, you don't know how to accept it because you don't have it for yourself and no one has ever gave it to you. So give yourself the kind of love that you want. And so that way when it comes along, you'll recognize it and you won't sabotage it and you won't run from it. So I can give you that advice.
You got to love yourself if you want to come through the fire. Mm-hmm. I have an expression, I say, love yourself so that love will not be a stranger when it comes. And it will come. So I spent my childhood going, see me, see me. And then that turned into, see me. That lasted a long time. And then it turned into, you get tired. It's a journey, y'all. It's called the journey within. And we get real mad, and sometimes we hurt ourselves. Don't stay mad too long. Don't hurt yourself too bad. Don't you waste your life in them dark rooms by yourself. Don't do it.
If you know you need to heal, go heal. If you know that you're not fully over your last relationship, work towards being over your last relationship. Guys, don't contaminate the dating pool. If you know that you're not ready to be committed, be honest and let people know that you're not ready to be committed. But no matter what you do, whether it's in love, life, career, come healed. Come into any situation healed. And then don't go out seeking the love that you don't have for yourself. Don't go out seeking validation from men. You have to know that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are sexy and that you are beautiful. You have to know that for yourself. And honestly, guys, when you know that for yourself, your vibration is higher. And when your vibration is higher, you really do attract the caliber of person and mate that you want to attract. All right. So I think the last talking point that I have is be the person that you want to attract. If you want to attract a guy that is wealthy or well-to-do or is well-traveled or is educated, and you know, work on being that for yourself. And then I assure you, you work on being that, you go into a higher level. I think I said this already, but you go into a high level, you're going to attract at a higher level. But so instead of going out and looking for a wealthy man, and you're not going to have to do that, because first of all, bombshells, we don't go out looking for men. The men come to us. You hear me? So, you know, you want to vibrate so high where the only thing you attract is the height of the highest and the cream of the crop, honey. You know, so we don't go out looking for men. But yeah, so just focus on your self-growth, self-love. And I assure you, not only will the man come to you that you want, the opportunities will come to you that you want, and you'll be able to sustain those things because you'll be vibrating so high. But I believe that that is going to conclude today's video. So that's going to conclude the tipsy talk. Let me take one more sip of this wine, honey. This was so delicious. This is the summer water, again, from Winc Wine. So I would like to thank Winc Wine for partnering with me on this video. And I think that's going to wrap everything up. And I will see you guys in the next one.